Hello everyone. In this video, I will show you how to create and launch an EC2 instance using Red Hat 9 and attach an EBS volume and how to mount it temporarily and permanently. And finally, how to format it with XFS and EXT4 file systems. So let's get started. So after successfully logging to AWS console home, we have to launch an EC2 instance. Enter the name. Click on Red Hat machine image. Then I am going to create a new key pair. Enter the key pair name. After that, click on Launch Instance. Select the Launch the instance and copy the either public IPv4 address or public DNS. Then open the terminal and connect it using the SSH. Here we have to change the permission of our .pem file using the chmod. So firstly, we will check the attached disks using the lsblk command, which lists all the block devices such as attached EBS volumes with their mount point and sizes. After that, we have to create a new EBS volume in the same availability zone and attach it to the instance. For that, we have to check the availability zone of our current instance. It is in 1B. Click on volumes, create volumes, enter the size, then select the availability zone of 1B. So your volume is created, but creating volume is not enough. See here. So we have to attach it to our instance. Click on actions and attach the volume. Here we have to select our instance. You can select any device name. By this device name, the Linux operating system identifies the attached volumes. Then click on attach volume. Then go to the terminal and run the command lsblk. Here we can see a new disk which is xvdb listed without any mount point. So it confirms that the volume is attached but not yet formatted or mounted. So file -s div xvdb, as the div is a standard directory in Linux where all the device files are stored. So here the word data means the volume is empty and it doesn't have any file systems. So we have to create the file system using the command mkfs make the file system -t type. XFS is a type of file system. Then div xvdb. After running this command, the output shows the details of XFS file system. So here the volume is formatted and ready to mount. So after running the command lsblk, there is no mount point for the xvdb volume that we have attached. So for that, I'm going to create one directory using the command mkdir, and the data0 will create empty directory that we will use as a mount point for the EBS volume. We can use any name for the mount point like data0, mount point, anything. That we have to mount using the command mount div xvdb data0. This will attach the volume to data0 directory so that we can start using it, and we will verify it using the lsblk command. So here the data0 is added to the mount point, but this mount is temporary. If I reboot the instance, the data0 mount point will be removed. So after taking the root user access, we will verify it using the lsblk command. So as we can see here, the mount point has been removed from the attached volume. So now to make it permanent, I will configure it in the etc fstab file. So for that we require the UUID, which is the universal unique identifier, unique ID, which is assigned to each file system. So there are different ways. Using the lsblk-f we can get the UUID, and using the cat etc fstab, also the block ID. All this command will give the same UUID. So we have to copy it. Then we have to configure it in the etc fstab. Sorry, etc fstab. Then press I to insert. We have to paste the UUID. As we can see, the above UUID doesn't have any double quotes, so we have to remove it. And we have to write everything as per the above UUID, like mount point, which is the data 0, and the file system name we have used here XFS. And defaults means the default mounting points like read or write. 0 is a dump option, and after that you can use 0, 1 or 2, which is the file system check order on boot. Then press the escape colon and WQ, which is write and execute, and enter. We have to verify the changes using mount -a. Okay, so the fstab has been modified. We have to use systemctl daemon -reload. So it is not giving any error, means it is correct. After that I'm going to check lsblk. So it is the mount point is added here. Now we will reboot the system. So the network is unreachable. There is some issue with the network. So here it is connected. So we will take the root user access. Now we will verify using the command lsblk. So the data 0 mount point is added here. Here we have successfully attached the EBS volume and created an XFS file system and mounted it permanently. Now I will delete this volume and create a new EBS volume to demonstrate how to format it with the EXT4 file system. So let's delete. First we have to detach it. After that refresh. Then try to delete the created volume. Now in the same launched instance, I'm going to attach and create and attach new EBS volume. So for this time I'm taking the 2 GB of size. We have to choose the same availability zone and click on create volume. So your volume is created, but we have to attach it to our instance. So first open the terminal and try to connect to the EC2 instance using the SSH. So here before attaching the volume, we will verify it first using the lsbl command. So as we can see here, there is no volume attached. So we have to attach the volume. Click on created volume, then actions, attach the volume. So after attaching the volume, let's run lsblk command. So here we can see the new disk, which is xvdc. but there is no mount point. So here data means it's empty. So let's create a file system using the command mkfs. -t is a type. I'm using ext4. After that -m1. So this will reserve only 1% of the disk for the root instead of default, which is 5%. So after that -o sparse super, then extend directory index has general. These enables the feature like super block, extends, and directory indexing, and journaling for better performance. Then we have to give the name. Sorry, it's xvdc. So here the ext file system is successfully created, and it is showing the details of number of blocks, inodes, UUID, etc. So after that, I'm running the command file -s dev xvdc. So here the output confirms that the volume is now using the ext4 file system. After that, let's create one directory using the command mkdir, same as we have created earlier. Now we have to mount it using the command mount. So here the data0 mount is temporary. If I reboot the instance, the data0 mount point will be removed. So here we can see the mount point has been removed. To make it permanent, we require the UUID, which is a universally unique identifier. So here we have to copy it and configure it using the VI. As we have used here ext4 file system, so we have to write ext4. So after running the lsblk, the data0 mount point has been added permanently. So let's verify it. First we have to reboot the system. After rebooting, the data0 is visible, which means it is added permanently. After that, findmnt, which is a find mount command, which is used to check all the currently mounted file systems and their mount points. So as we can see, the data 0 that we have added using the ext4 file system. After that, fdisk-l is used to list all the available disks and their partition on the system. After that, we will run the command parted-l. So this command is same as the fdisk-l command, but it gives the output is in more clean way. So as we have seen how to mount the volume, let's see how to unmount it. There are various ways to unmount the volume. So for that, you mount data 0, which is the you mount by the file system. Then next is a you mount div xvdc, which is unmount by the device. So it is saying not mounted as we have already unmounted that. So to mount it, we will use the mount-a command. So the next, if the volume is busy and we want to forcefully unmount it, so for that we have to use umount-f data 0. Mount-l, it is a lazy unmount. It detaches the mount point instantly while allowing the background process to finish using it. Df is a disk free, which is used to check the disk space usage. So the last command is the systemd, which is the daemon-mount, which mounts the file systems using the systemd, which is often for temporary or dynamic mounts. So I am using here data 1. So let's verify this using the lsblk command. So this completes our EBS volume setup with XFS and EXT4 file systems. So that's it. We'll meet you in the next video.